Then now let's see how do the pollen grains get released from the anthers, or in other words, dehiscence of the anther. Okay, they will burst and they will spread out the pollens when they become ripe. Okay, so when the anthers become ripe, they will burst. Okay, this act is known as dehiscence. Okay, and it takes place by a process known as anthesis. Okay, let's see how it can happen. It can happen longitudinal, transverse, valvular. So those are the three, or porous also it can happen. So there are 4 ways. Now let's see how it happens in the longitudinal method. So this is the usual type, okay, longitudinal. It will burst along the longitudinal suture, okay, it means along the fusion of the pollen chamber, okay, remember, along this line of fusion, okay. So example is in datura. Then the next is transverse, means this way, okay. Longitudinal means this way or that way. Transverse is this way or that way, okay. Then transverse we see in single chambered anthers, okay. So there appears to be a transverse suture, means there is some join here in the middle, so it will open like this and then the pollen will get released, okay. Then porous, it is through apical pores, okay. Suppose this is the anther, there is some opening here, some pore, and then it will fly out. All the pollens will fly out from this pore. Then valvular, when the whole or portion of the wall of the anther open like a trap door, okay. So suppose it's the anther, okay. Then there is like just like a door, no, it will just open up this door and it will come out from there. So let's see in the diagram how it looks like. Okay, there. This one is along the ventral, the longitudinal suture. So this is your longitudinal. Then this one is in transverse. Then here from this opening they will fly out. This is your porous. And here, see here it openings. Here are some openings. It will open these valves. Okay, and they will release the pollens. Okay, we'll combine here in the same video. So how many stamens and how do they insert themselves? Okay, so it could be monandrous, like in a poinsettia, diandrous, triandrous, tetrandrous, pentrandrous, hexandrous, polyandrous, according to the number of stamens. Okay, so I think you've guessed. If there is just one stamen, means monandrous. If there are 2 stamens, diandrous. If there are 3, triandrous, and so on and so forth. Okay. Okay. When the stamens form a single whorl, means all of them are in the same plane. Okay. And this number of stamens is same as that of the sepals and petals. So for example, if there are 5 sepals, 5 petals, 5 stamens, okay, then we call them as isostemonous. Iso means same, no? Okay, isostemonos. Okay. In such a flower, the stamen will alternate with the petal, that is, they are antisepalous. So if these are the sepals and these are the petals, means here the stamen is in between, okay, they're alternating. It will be sepal, stamen, petal, stamen, petal, stamen, petal, stamen, petal, stamen. It will be like that. Okay, so next. Sometimes the stamens are in 2 whorls, okay. Now let's say there are 6 stamens. So 1, 2, 3 in this whorl. So this is one stamen, another stamen, and then 1, 2, 3 in the inner whorl, okay. So one stamen, one stamen and one stamen. Okay, so they are not in the same world, not like in the same place. They are coming out from different places. So the first whorl will alternate with the petal and the second whorl will alternate with the sepal. Okay, so I think it's simple enough. So that is known as your diplosteminous. Okay, same whorl was isosteminous, different whorl, two whorls was diplo. Okay, from the word to, die. So diplosteminous and same will be isosteminous. So now another condition is there with the two whorls of the stamen. The first whorl is antipetalous and the second whorl is antisepalous. This is known as optdisplostimulus. Okay, so it's basically 1 minute, what happened? So it's basically the same as this one above. Okay, but then it is the first whorl is antipetalous, means the first whorl alternates with the, it is just the opposite of this one. Okay, the arrangement is opposite of this before one. Okay, is the same as diplosteminous, but the whorl opposite, you know, the whorl alternating with the sepals or petals are opposite of the other. So they could be epigynous, perigynous or hypogynous. Okay, so I've told you it means they could be superior or inferior, means they could be above or below the ovary. Okay.